In his budget speech a few days ago, Mr. Mark Golding, leader of the opposition, hijacked the budgetary process by launching a full-on campaign for the leadership of his party. He was not speaking to Jamaicans. He was speaking to members and supporters of the People's National Party. He was filled with gas, grievance, and grudges as he launched into a tone and tenor that was befitting of a full-on campaign. He shrieked, he bellowed, he squealed, accusing the Prime Minister every opportunity he gets, being disdainful and disrespectful and condescending. It was not a good sight to behold, not when a country is reeling from the crisis of a hurricane and trying to rebuild. Mr. Golding had a golden opportunity to present himself as a statesman, to present himself as a man who was not tone deaf, to present himself as a man who was the prime minister in waiting. But what we heard was a spoiled child who was crying because his toy was taken away. He talked about the prime minister accepting what is rightfully his, which is a salary. Mr. Golding, in the last term, was paid more than the prime minister. What does Mr. Golding do for Jamaica? What does he do other than chat? He's a talk shop, and it's not even a good one. But the prime minister came prepared. He was statesmanlike. He was professional. He was witty. He was deft at his political dexterity. And he responded to the accusation surrounding the salary. Let's listen to what he said.
Madam Speaker, I stand here as Prime Minister, and most people would understand my job to be directing and coordinating all of government through cabinet ministers. However, I also want to point out that I stand here as a Minister of Government as well, with direct oversight of several substantial portfolio responsibilities. I don't only direct, convene, and preside, I also do the heavy lifting of ministerial work as well. Over 4 ministries. Madam Speaker, the leader of the opposition only talks. I do the job of Prime Minister, and I head 4 other ministries. The leader of the opposition only talks. Many times nonsense. And takes home $27 million. In the last term, the leader of the opposition earned more than the Prime Minister. The opposition spokesman on finance stood in this house and said the opposition has no problem with the increase in MP salaries. A few days later, the PNP General Secretary put out a release saying they strongly object to the salary increase for cabinet ministers and members of parliament. Yet, Madam Speaker, none of them, with their self-righteous objection, declined to take their salary increase. None of them. fact, Madam Speaker, they were the first ones calling the Parliament to find out the amount of their retroactive pay. I'll share this with you, Madam Speaker. A member on that side, not to be named, obviously concerned that the public posture of the PNP could force the government to reverse the pay increase, called to say that I should ignore the statement of the PNP General Secretary and the Leader of the Opposition, as all their MPs agreed with the increase and could not survive without it. You know yourself. Madam Speaker, when I took the decision to forego the pay increase, I said in a widely circulated press statement, this has broader implications for not only the current holder of the office of Prime Minister, but previous Prime Ministers or their surviving spouses, and possibly future Prime Ministers. It therefore must be considered very carefully. My current decision to forego any salary increase could easily be changed by another Prime Minister in the future, or a new mandate may give an opportunity to reconsider the Prime Minister's salary. On September 3rd, 2025, Leader of the Opposition, the people of Jamaica weighed all these matters in the political scale and gave my administration a new mandate based on the work we have done to earn their confidence.
We have had many politicians who have served our country, and they have died broke. Not because they were bad managers of their money, but because they were underpaid. Being a politician in Jamaica is not easy. The constituents are always looking to the politician for something. And many politicians with good intentions and good heart have given their salary away to their constituents who are in need. And many of them, as I mentioned, have died broke. And many who are still living in the age of retirement are not enjoying a life of luxury. So I am one who believes that our politicians who serve our nations should be paid well. I am not going to join the bandwagon of those who like to paint all politicians as corrupt, inept, incapable, and bad. I don't buy it. Just as how I don't buy it that all police officers are corrupt. And just as how I believe that our politicians should be paid well, I believe our police should be paid well, our doctors should be paid well, our nurses, our teachers. All the people who give service to our nation should be paid well. And when they are paid well, they should be held to a high standard of expectation. And when they don't perform, we should give them the boot. That's it. No argument. That's it. So when I hear the opposition leader trying to stir up strife around the matter of salary, when he is taking that salary, when members on his side need it and have said it to the Prime Minister, to hear him carry on like that, it wasn't hard to decipher what is driving Mr. Golden. Mr. Golden is trying to hold on to the leadership of the People's National Party. And he believed that being disrespectful, being disingenuous, and being condescending to the Prime Minister is going to earn him marks among his supporters. And that, in and of itself, is a problem. If the leader of the opposition thinks that the best way to get support from his supporters is to come to the Parliament and hijack the budgetary process, to attack the Prime Minister baselessly and disrespectfully, his tone was so condescending He was filled with such bile and hate. Not an ounce of respect was shown for the office of the Prime Minister. Now I know he personally doesn't like Andrew. But have some respect for the office. And if you're going to accuse the person in the office of the Prime Minister, at least come with your receipt, or you will be put to shame as you were yesterday during the Prime Minister's presentation. Now, I want to cover a lot more of the budgetary presentation by the Prime Minister, and I will do so in my next video. But for now, I thank you for watching. I beg you to share this, just as how the news of the Prime Minister getting his salary has made the rounds and people are criticizing him. Let this video go out to justify why the Prime Minister has taken his salary. As a matter of fact, during the election, I heard people telling the Prime Minister, take your salary. And I agree. And the people return him to the position of Prime Minister. They want him to take his money. There's no room here for any other option. The Prime Minister must take his salary. He deserves it. He has brought crime down. He has brought unemployment down. He has cut our debt to GDP. He took us through 2 major crises, and now he is taking us through another. At least, let us be honest. Let us be honest about it. Thank you.